ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ।
Dear friends, welcome back to the study of the Mundaka Upanishad, and we were studying the first two shlokas of the Ditya Mundaka Prathama Khanda. Now, we have spent a lot of time in trying to understand from a commonsensical point of view the robust Vedanta philosophy. What does it say? It says that, look, this world that you live in appears to be real to you, but on final analysis, it is not a real. It appears to be real. And we have discussed these ideas related to our own experience in life. So here we have said and studied in the second shloka, Divya hi amurta purushaha Sabhajya abhyantara ajaha aprana amana shuddhya aksharat parataha paraha. What does he say here? He says the absolute truth, the reality. Whether we understand it or not is something else. He is placing before us the truth and the reality. Now, what is truth? What is reality? We need to understand that very well. So now, let us get the definition of what is truth, and let us get the definition of what is real. Now, I'll use a Sanskrit definition. I'll translate it for you. Anatikramya jnanam satyam. What is true? What is the truth? That which you cannot outgrow. You can ultimately merge with it, but you can't outgrow it. It will not fall behind, and your wisdom will have a bigger dimension. That's the last dimension that you can have. Na atikramya jnanam satyam. Anatikramya, which you cannot outgrow. Now, let us collate it. We say, the truth is, thou art that. Tat tvam asi. That is the truth. What does it mean? I, as I know myself to be, as I am, the truth is, I am not what I appear to be. I am something. That something is a wisdom in which I can merge, but I cannot outgrow. By way of example, a little clarification, I am told you are Sat Chit Ananda Swarup, Atma or Brahman. When you look at subjectively within yourself, it is Atman, and you look at the whole cosmos, the essence of cosmos is Brahman. They mean the same subjectively and objectively. It is being said, you are that. What? You are Sat Swarup, Chit Swarup, Ananda Swarup, Atma. What happens to you? In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, now let me use these words, you are used to it. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you identify yourself with your true original nature, not what you appear to be. When I say I am as of today, when all of us say I am, that awareness of amness is being identified with four concepts. My body, my name, my body, my qualities, and my utilitarian value in this society, human society. I am Sridharananda. This is what my appearance is like. These are the qualities that I have built into me, and this is the utilitarian value that I have in the society. Whenever I say I am, my identity rotates around these four concepts. But I say I am. I have been saying I am when I was a child. I continued to say I am when I was a boy, when I was an adolescent, when I was a youth, a mature young man, a mature middle-aged man, an elderly middle-aged man, and now a tottering old man of 95, I continue to say I am. But I see my identification of myself rotates around apparently changeful descriptions. I was a newborn baby, I was a child, I was a boy, I was adolescent, young, a mature middle-aged person. I grow further on the verge of old age, and tottering old age with a foot in the grave. I am. Who is this am? The baby, the child, the youth, or the old? Who? But I am is a constant factor. On atikramya jnanam satyam, the reality, the truth is, I am Sat Swarup, Chit Swarup, Ananda Swarup, Atma, and that is my true identity. And when I migrate from what I am through meditative procedure, I achieve Savikalpa Samadhi and I achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I have merged myself in truth. I have not been able to outgrow that. That is the end all and be all of my experience. This is Satyam. And what is reality? Trikala avadhita jnanam satyam. Truth and reality. defined in two different manners. One is Trikala Abadhita, that which time cannot cut into pieces. My awareness of my amness doesn't bother whether I use it when I am a baby or a child or a young man or a mature person or an old man. My amness is always there. Whereas these adjuncts are changing. My amness is not cut into pieces by concept of time. So dear, now apart from all that we have studied in the last two shlokas, the principal concepts of Vedanta, here is another important concept which you do not hold on to. The study of the Vedanta will be an enigma and a puzzle for you. You will not be able to benefit from the wisdom of this study. Therefore, it is better to know what is a reality, what is truth. Now, all that is equated with human experience. It is not a woolly-headed idea. It is not domaining in unrelated fact. It is how a human being can, with dedicated, determined, devoted, disciplined, determined effort, can achieve that goal. What is that achievement? I disidentify myself, which according to this definition is not real, not true. I disidentify myself. And I don't hang on thin air. The space that I make within me by disidentifying myself with what I am not, I fill up that space with identifying myself with what I am in reality. So when we say that this awareness of amness, apart from these four concepts, name, form, qualities, and utilitarian value, nama, rupa, guna, arthakriya, karita, when I have, with constant practicing, determined, dedicated, devoted, disciplined effort, I slowly and slowly dissociate myself with these wrong identities of myself. And as I move out of that wrong identity, I identify myself with my true original nature through that concept known as meditation. You concentrate your mind to an object which is real. And what you think, so you become. So more you concentrate on with a dedicated, devoted, determined, disciplined manner, the more are you in the process of being and becoming. The evolutionary process has started. How? By transforming your identity from what you are not to what you are in reality. This second shloka helps us to meditate upon my true original nature. I am pure effulgence, Effulgence is equated here with awareness. Effulgence removes darkness. Awareness removes darkness equated with ignorance. I am eternal awareness. Chit Sarup, Chaitanya Sarup. That is what I am. And how do I say so? I am constantly aware I exist, I am. Awareness of my existence is an inseparable awareness of my conscious being. I am always conscious I am. Divya Amurta. It has no form. What is form, dear? Philosophically speaking, or commonsensically speaking, form is nothing else but slicing a piece of space. Space is all expansive, unlimited, all permeative, ether. And you have limited it by this dimension. You have cut or sliced the concept of space through a dimension. That is your form. You have no form. You are eternally real. You are effulgent, Jyotanaban. You are without a form. But you are aware I am, Purusha. He who resides in this Puri, in this so-called city, and he who is Purnatvat. Purnatvat means unlimited expansion, infinite. In space it is space and in time. Infinite in space and eternal in time. Divya hi amurta Purusha. It has neither inside or outside. It is everywhere. And Ajaha, he is not birth. He is not born. He doesn't die. That is, time has no hold on him. This body never existed. This body came into existence. It went through 6 different modulations. Jayate, asti, bardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, nashyati. 6 stages of dissolution, and it disappeared. I am. When I am dying, I say, I am. But I am going through a process known as dying. I am. So here, he is giving you the correct description of your true original nature, which is by suggestive words is being placed by you in front of you, and you will be taught a methodology how to achieve that wisdom, known as Shraddha Samadhan Samadhi. Shama Dama Uparati Titiksha Shraddha Samadhan Samadhi. That procedure has been. You grow. The more you come out of it, more you fill yourself up with the identity of your true original nature. So we have studied it in great detail. Let us now move on to the third. The same idea continues, and the whole of this chapter will be an euphoric poetry trying to convince you rationally this whole cosmos is based on these 4 concepts of name, form, qualities, utilitarian value. But behind this is hidden the awareness of eternal existence. Etasmad jayate pranaha manaha sarva indriyani cha khambayu jyotirapa prithivi vishwasya dharini. This is the third shloka. There is not much of a philosophy here. Descriptive. What is the description? Etasmat jayate. From that eternal entity, this diversity develops. And remember, as I've spent a lot of time in the last two talks, example of a spider, example of Mother Earth, example of the human body, and example of a blazing fire. 4 examples have already been given to you. What is that? Etasmad jayate. From that absolute reality, how it has been described in the previous shloka, Divya, Amurta, Purusha, what I know as I am. From this awareness of amness, all this has developed. All this has come into being in the world of perceptual observation. Here you must realize what the teacher is driving at. When we look at ourselves and look at the way we interact with the world, commonsensically, it is perceptual world. I perceive through what? Through my 5 sense organs. I know you are sitting there. How? I see with my eyes, sarva indriyani, the 5 sense, the 6 sense organs, panchendriya, the 5 sense organs. I see, through seeing, I develop knowledge, perceptual knowledge. Perceptual knowledge through hearing, smelling, touching, and tasting. We have 5 sense organs. With these 5 sense organs, we interact with this world. And we experience the existence of the world through my perceptions, known as perceptual observation. This is the first step. What is the next step? An example will be very easy to understand. Thousands and thousands, if not millions of people have seen ripe apple falling from the skies, falling from the branches to the floor. It's a common thing, ripe fruit falling off from the tree to the ground. It was left to one son of God, Newton, to think why does it fall down? Why doesn't it go upwards? Why? Based on this perceptual knowledge, everything which is not held will fall to the ground. This perceptual knowledge led to perceptual observation, led to conceptual knowledge of gravitation. You don't see gravitation, you see its effect. And the concept of gravitation has changed the world of thinking, at that time science. Perceptual observation gives rise to conceptual knowledge. we are now in the domain of conceptual knowledge. That yes, I cannot deny that I am, and my existence is being conditioned by my perceptions. And I have the capacity to upgrade my perceptual observation into conceptual knowledge. Force of gravity, electricity, and so on and so forth. Now it is almost limitless as far as computer science is concerned. All these are conceptual knowledge. What is the third stage that I can attain? That is intuitional experience. I can, with the help of this body-mind complex, with this instrument, I can dissociate myself with this misidentity of mind with the body-mind complex. I can withdraw myself and re-establish myself in my pristine, pure existence known as my soul, my true original nature, Atman. Now, etasmat jayate. This whole diverse universe has come out from this reality. And the catch point is, if it is absolute, how can it get mutated? How can absolute be diversity? This is it's an enigma, it cannot say so. If it is an absolute, if it's an absolute, it is an absolute. How can absolute be phenomenon? So here is another catch which a student of Vedanta must very well understand. Without this basic clarity of understanding, you will not be able to reach that desired goal. What is that basic understanding? Etasmat jayate. So, the teachers don't talk about it now. They keep on looking out the experience that a human has as of now, as he is constituted. Absolutely common sense, based on robust common sense. What is it? They say a human being goes through several levels of awareness. What is that? A human being, after a hard day's work, goes to sleep. And while sleeping, he starts dreaming. You can't deny this. It's my experience, your experience. It's a universal experience. Humans dream. And literal dreaming while they sleep. Not daydreaming or not thinking. Dream. What happens in dream? I forget that I am sleeping in my bedroom in 2 Stewart Street. I have gone to USA to meet my very dear friend who needs me. And I am having an extremely enjoyable good time interacting with my friend in dream. And while I am dreaming, it is real. I am laughing, I am weeping in dream. and the body reacts. My pillow towel gets wet with my tears. I am going through this experience. Whatever the type of dream may be, I'm just giving you a quote. And then, all of a sudden, I wake up. And the dream has such a strong hold on me, the experience of dream state has such a hold on me, it takes me quite some time to organize myself, orientate myself where I am. What is the time? Oh, I am in my bedroom and I was having a wonderful time with my friend in USA. Which is real? My day-to-day living life proves to me it is a continuity like a TV serial, whereas that is occasional. Therefore, my living experience from day to day proves to me what I thought real when I was dreaming is actually unreal dream. The teachers say so. They don't only speak, they find out an example which goes to your heart. The sum and substance of this example is that I go through a level of awareness known as a dream, Swapna Avastha, the state of dream, where I do not know when it starts. I cannot predict what I will dream. Unpredictable, undeterminable when it will start, and how it will go through is not known to me. When I wake up, compared to my wakeful state, I say that is a myth, that is a dream. That is false, that is unreal. But when I was dreaming, it was real. Two levels of awareness, dream state and wakeful state. Swapnavastha, Jagrat Avastha. Now, dear, whatever the reasons may be, I would not like to go into such an amount of analysis of the dream. Let it not divert. The fact of life, I dreamt something which is proven to be wrong when I wake up. This is a fact of life. But while I was dreaming, it was real to me. So, that time span, which is known as Swapna Avastha, was a reality for me at that time. It is proved to be unreal when I compare with the situation after I wake up. The reality of dream becomes unreal when I compare my awareness and experience with the wakeful state and say that is a myth, that is unreal. So, perceptual observation, dream state is a perceptual observation. When you wake up, then the dream remains unreal. Now the third stage, intuitional experience. Yogaja Anubhuti. Translated into English, Intuitional Experience. What is that? I am told by my teacher, my guru, this is the procedure you keep on meditating. And you follow it verbatim to the last word and give of your very best. And slowly and slowly and slowly, your mind gets stuck to that aspect of the divine whom you call your Ishtadev or your Ishtadevi. And what is happening? The more you are saturating yourself with that concept, the process of being and becoming has started. What you think, so you become. It's a common proverb, but that's what happens. You get angry, you get sad, you get this, you get that. It's a mind which gets stuck to an idea, and you are totally saturated with it. A time comes when you are totally saturated with the awareness or presence of the divine, and you have become one with it. That happens in Samadhi. At that time, dear, the world does not exist for you. Just like the dream state is proved to be unreal by wakeful state, this Vyavaharik Mithya, this day-to-day worldly life of mine, at time of Samadhi, it disappears. And it does not exist for me at that time. This is when you achieve Samadhi. Then there is another example, more commonsensical and common than the Samadhi example. But because we are student of spiritual sciences, I took this liberty of explaining to you. Now there's another state. What is that state, dear? Known as a dreamless sleep, Shushupti. After a whole day's hard work, both physical and brain work, you are really tired. You have your dinner, you have your shower, refresh yourself, have your dinner, you hit your pillow, and you sleep so deeply that dream does not disturb you. A dreamless sleep. All of us go through that experience. Dreamless sleep. The world has disappeared for you. You are not aware of yourself at that time. When you are aware, you wake up. Sorry. You wake up, and the first sentence that comes out of your mind is Sukham aham asapsam kinchit na vedisam. Oh dear me, I slept like a log. I knew nothing. The world did not exist for me. But I slept, and I slept so peacefully, so joyously. There was nothing to disturb me. I slept like a log, but I enjoyed my dreamless sleep. The world does not exist for you then. It exists for me because I am awake. But for you, when you go to Sushupti, the world does not exist. Then there's a point of time when this so-called real world doesn't exist for me. How can we call it real? A point of time it is non-existent in my level of awareness. I am sleeping. At that time I am not aware. From my memory I say, I have slept for 3 hours and I do not know where I was. And I am so refreshed and happy. I enjoyed my sleep. If you were not there, how can you say now, I enjoyed my sleep? You were there. But the whole world had ceased to exist for you. These are the examples that you must remember when it is said, know for certain, this world which has such a tremendous hold of realism on you, this world is unreal. Why? In your experience of dreamless sleep, the world does not exist. It is Trikala Badita, not Abadita. It was there before I went to sleep. It disappeared when I was sleeping without dream. It appears again when I am awake. The world does not remain permanently aware of itself as I am permanently aware I am. I am Nitya, the world is Anitya. It is not eternal. There's a break because I don't happen to experience it. Don't say, I understand. It is individualistic, subjective. I go through now 4 stages of awareness. Dreamless sleep, where world ceases to exist. Sleep with dream, which is proven to be myth, which is proven to be wrong when I compare it with my wakeful state. That is a myth. That's a dream, unreal. And then this reality of my life is proved to be unreal when I am one with my Maker. This is how the 4 states or 4 levels of awareness comes into picture to explain the word etasmat jayate. From this eternal being, all this crops up, stays and disappears. I do not know when my dream started. I cannot predict what I will dream. I do not know how my dream will end. And when I wake up, while I am dreaming, it is real for me. I weep, I run, I laugh, I cry. I do so many things in dream. My body responds. And when I wake up, I say, oh, that is unreal. That is a dream. Similarly, dears, to tell you beforehand, before the Upanishad tells you, similarly, by your devoted, dedicated, disciplined, determined practice of meditation, you will, subject to your intensity of your urge, you will reach that stage known as Samadhi, where you will see the eternal entity has become all this. And the Upanishads say so, the Vaishnava Shastras say so. The Upanishad says, Deha Abhimane Galite. When you have got rid of this identity with your body-mind complex, Deha Abhimana, that is identifying yourself with this body, Galite, when it has melted away. How? Vigyate Param Atmani. You have identified yourself with the Supreme Being, your soul, yourself. Yatra Jatra Manojati. Having achieved that state, you come back again. Allow your mind to roam about. It has been well disciplined, and the traumatic experience of oneness with the divine prevails, and wherever your mind goes, you see the divine there. Jatra Jatra Manojati, allow your mind to roam about then. Wherever it goes, Tatra Tatra, there and then, Param Padam Drishyate, you are aware of the eternal reality. This is what the Vedanta philosophy will tell you. And Dvaitavad, what do they say? I'll give you an example from Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, an avatar in his own right. When he grew old, and he was so filled with love. Why? Because he saw his Ishtadev Krishna everywhere. So the question of anger and etc. had no scope. It was love for his ideal everywhere. And people, some of them, took advantage of this. They used to come with ulterior motive, fall at his feet, sir, we don't want shelter. The scoundrels of the society, afraid of law, they used to do so. And he used to embrace them and say, come and stay with us, it will be all right. The senior disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought that if these scums of the society, these scoundrels, if they come in and stay with us, after he is dead and gone, we want to run an organization in his ideal. And how can we justify these scoundrels in our team? So they thought for a while, and in a group went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Dev, and said, sir, we have a request. What is that, my dear children? What is it? Sir, you better stop giving shelter to the scums of the society. It will bring an ill name. We'll lose our reputation and our organization will collapse. Please, sir, you stop. Listen to what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in reply to this request. What can I do, my children? He says, Jatra Jatra Netra Padi. Jatra Jatra, wherever and wherever. Netra, my eyes. Padi means falls. Wherever my eyes fall, Tatra Tatra Krishna Spure. I see only Krishna. I see no scoundrel. I see no scums of the society. I see my Ishtadev everywhere. Why? He has saturated himself with the concept of his Ishta who is everywhere. So, these are the four states that a human goes through, these three states every day: Shapna, Shushupti and Jagrata. Samadhi is achievable, doable by back-breaking hard work. That's the material. Etasmat jayate. This is what we are reading now. What comes out of it? Manaha, the mind, pranaha, the life force, sarva indriyani, all the 5 sense organs, and 5 matters: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Kshiti, Up, Teja, Marut, Po. The 5 elements of nature, they come out of it. That is, the spider has the capacity to spin a web without going to the shopping mall to buy thread. It generates himself. Prithibhyam oshada sambhavanti. From this world, this Mother Earth, millions of varieties of herbs and plants and grass and trees come up, go down there. From human body, Kesha Lomani, and Shudiptat Pavakat Vishpulinga, from a blazing fire, 1,000 of sparks. All these examples are relevant. Now, how can the absolute be this diversity? The answer is the absolute remains absolute. I, because of my samskara, my prarabdha, my tendencies, I create this world for myself. The world is as bad or as good as I am. I create my world. Similarly, Sri Ramakrishna's example of a snake. When it hibernates, it is almost dead, absolute, lifeless. Nirvikalpa, Nirakara, Nirguna Brahma. That very snake becomes vigorous, active, venomous. It is a snake. So to satisfy our questioning, the concept is Brahman in his absolute state is Nirakara, Nirguna, Nirvikalpa Brahma, without any mutation. To justify us for our understanding, he, out of sheer compassion for us and our understanding, becomes Saguna, Sakara, Sabikalpa, Ishvara, Parama Ishvara. That is, he is the creator, he is the preserver, he is the master of the changing world, transitoriness of this world. And from him, this world has come into being. And he is now counting items which are the cause of diversity of this world. Etasmat, from this Purusha, where is he to be found? He is to be found here, not high in cloud 9. That is why the word Purusha has been written there. He who is in me, my true original nature, he is both Nirvikalpa, Nirguna Brahma, he is both Saguna, Sakara, Ishvara. And from him, the whole diversity comes out of him, goes into him. In one of the Upanishads, this theory has been described by these formula. Tasmat jayate, tasmin liyate, tat jalam shanta upashate. From that tasmat jayate, it comes out of it. Tasmin liyate, it goes back into it. Tat jalang, jakara for jayate, lakara for liyate. Suggestively, symbolically. tat jalam shanta purusha upashate. Shanta Purusha, who has known the truth, he is always involved in a prayerful attitude of that absolute. So why it is being said so, etasmat jayate? Compare the four states of awareness with which you are capable of moving. Of the three is a daily affair, fourth is doable, attainable, achievable, performable. What is that? You go through Shushupti, where the world disappears for you. Jagarite eva obni vishvingavat pratishtana. When you are awake, like the sparks of fire, the whole world comes into being. When you are in Shushupti, the world disappears for you. In Swapna, you create a world of your own because of your samskaras. And when you wake up, you say, that was a dream, unreal. The next stage is, wake up from this dream of yours. This world is real. Wake up and go there, and you will find this world is also a dream for you. Then the diversity is there, but the hold of reality of this diversity has disappeared. The hold is the eternal presence of the divine. Etasmad jayate prana, mana, sarva indriyani cha, and the five elements, kambayu jyotirapa, prithivi vishwasya dharini. And all these few more shlokas, 6 more shlokas, they will keep on describing how to see that eternal entity in this transitory, changeful world. So that you, while you are awake, you are constantly aware of the presence of the eternal. And you are saturating yourself with the idea of the presence of the eternal in your life. And when that saturates you, you are one with the eternal. This is the procedure that the Mundaka Upanishad teaches you. Thank you, dear. Thank you ever so much. We meet again next session.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.